My name is Sam, and today we will be grading every first round pick of this year's NFL draft, and we will also be doing a preview / predictions of the second round in the NBA playoffs. And let's get started with these gradings. And with the first overall pick, the Carolina Panthers selected Bryce Young from Alabama. Here I gave them an A. It's a solid pick. You get the quarterback that you wanted for your franchise, and I mean there's not much more to say there. I gave him an A right here. And at number 2, one of the big winners of this draft class, the Houston Texans, with the second and third overall pick, select C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. And here I gave him an A+. I mean, you did give up your own first round pick for next year and number 12, but I mean, it is what it is. You get the defender that you want, and hopefully to be decent enough that you don't get the first overall pick again and give the Detroit Lions Caleb Williams. But here, I give him an A. Solid pick right here. 2 picks. You get the best defender and one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. And at number 4 here, the Colts. Everyone's here thinking Will Levis. But here, Anthony Richardson, the quarterback that I think has the highest potential out of all these quarterbacks this year. He may not be the better quarterback right now, but I think he has the highest potential out of all the quarterbacks. But here, I give the Colts an A. They took the risk, they took a chance, and why not? It's a high risk, high reward chance. I don't think it's that high of a risk, but you have solid players that will help him thrive, such as a Jonathan Taylor and a Michael Pittman Jr. I really like it here for the Colts. And at 5 and number 20, the Seattle Seahawks selected Devon Witherspoon and Jackson Smith-Njigba. And here, I gave him an A-. I was kind of on the fence towards a B because of the I think Christian Gonzalez was the better corner at this position, but I mean Devon Witherspoon is not no joke. He's not a slouch either. It's like for me kind of Christian Gonzalez 1, but I could see a 1A 1B situation, and then Jackson Smith, probably the best wide receiver in this draft class. Here an A- for the Seahawks. Here you get offense and defense, solid picks for them. And at number 6 here, the Cardinals, who traded back to number 6, trading with the they traded to 12, and then from 12 to 6, and yeah, it's a whole weird thing. But here the Cardinals selected Paris Johnson Jr., and here I gave him a B+. I was kind of thinking with an A with the picks that they got with the whole Houston Texans trade. But here, I have them taking. They took Paris Johnson Jr., protect Kyler Murray, and it looks like they're not going to be that good. So I think a B+ is a solid pick, and I mean it's great to hear that his dad also was drafted by the Cardinals. Full circle for them. And at number 7, the Las Vegas Raiders selected Tyree Wilson, and I gave this one a B. It's solid, but I think they should have gone cornerback here. But Tyree Wilson is no slouch at all, and you built the defensive line, but I think the defensive backs was really thin out there in Las Vegas. But I mean, here you take arguably the second, third best defender in this draft class, Tyree Wilson. I give that a B. And with the Falcons, and I was very, very, personally very upset about this pick, but happy for the Falcons as well. Bijan Robinson, I gave that a B-. I think they should have been in the Jackson Smith range, or even here take Christian Gonzalez. But I mean I like it. You get Bijan Robinson to pair with Desmond Ridder and with the Drake London and with the Kyle Pitts. I mean, solid pick right here. I know. I saw the rumors of it. I saw it all, and I didn't want to believe it, but it is what it is. Congratulations to them. I gave him a B- here. And the Philadelphia Eagles, it hurts me to say this, but they won. They are one of the winners of this draft with the 9th overall pick, trading from 10 to 9 with the Chicago Bears. They selected Jalen Carter, arguably number 1, arguably number 2. And at number 30, somehow, Nolan Smith fell all the way to 30. I give him an A+. Their defensive line is a monster. These two guys, I mean, hopefully Nolan Smith, I don't want to speak too much about it, but hopefully, Jalen Carter can deal with the whole legal and personal issues he's having off the field. Hopefully that's not a problem for him, so he has a great career. But, I mean, the Eagles here, gosh, what a draft for them. Happy for them. And with number 10, the Chicago Bears selected Darnell Wright. Here I gave him a B plus. I wanted B plus A minus in that range. You get a tackle that will protect your quarterback, and that's all you need. Justin Field was running for his life last year all over the place, but here you get a tackle that can guard and protect your quarterback, and that's all that matters. And I wanted to give him a higher grade because I think Peter Skoronski was the better pick, but I mean, you get your guy, the guy that you prefer, and here it was Darnell. And here at 11, the Tennessee Titans selected Peter Skoronski. Here I gave it a B plus. B plus B. I think they should have been in the wide receiver. Maybe this is where Will Levis should have gone. But here you protect whoever your quarterback's going to be. It looks like Ryan Tannehill right now, and then hopefully some blockers with a I believe with Derrick Henry. I'm sorry, Derrick Henry. But here I think the good thing with Skoronski is that he can go from guard to tackle wherever he needs them, and I think that's a solid pick. That's why I'm leaning more towards a B plus. And the Lions. Oh my gosh. I want to say the Lions are losers of this draft, but to me, they picked good players. It's just where they picked them is kind of, I think they could have got them either late in the first round or even in day 2, which is today. And man, with the 12th overall pick, they selected Jahmyr Gibbs, and then with the 18th pick, they selected Jack Campbell, a linebacker. I gave him a C. I think these are really good players, but where they were picked is kind of weird. And I think the Lions, having the higher pick at 6, where they traded with the Cardinals. I understand they got picks and stuff, but I mean, I don't really see your point. You have 2 picks there. Why not just take Bijan? Why not just take Bijan at 6? He's obviously the way better running back, but I mean, to them, they see Jahmyr Gibbs as just as talented. I mean, I had Jahmyr Gibbs as a day 2 player in the second, third round, but here he goes first round to the Lions. I gave the Lions a C, and let's get with the next pick, number 13, the Packers. I think this was such a Packers pick, Lucas Van Ness, and I mean they get to build a defense, but again, no help. I gave him a B minus because Jordan Love needs more weapons. He cannot just have Christian Watson. He needs more help. This could have been a JSN right here. This could have been a Michael Mayer or a Dalton Kincaid here or something. But they work on the defensive line, and a B minus here for the Packers. And at 14, the Steelers actually traded up with the New England Patriots for this pick to select Broderick Jones. You gotta protect your quarterback. This draft is mostly just we're gonna get our tackles, we're gonna get our guard, we're gonna get the offensive line to protect our franchise quarterbacks or whoever our franchise quarterback's gonna be, and I love it. The offensive line is very, very important to football, of course. And here I give him a B plus. I mean, what more can you ask for? You get one of the top tackles of this draft class to protect your quarterback, and not much to say here. B plus for the Steelers. And at number 15, man, oh man, you could have gone JSN here. I think a lot of these later ones I give some of them kind of lower grades because I think there was so much more value on the boards. But I mean, of course, they see it in different ways and how we see it. But here, the New York Jets went Will McDonald, and I gave them a C. I think Will McDonald's not a slouch, but I think it's been kind of early than we've seen him go. They could have traded back for him. I believe in this one, but I mean, we don't really know at the end of the day. Man, and I think you could have. I'm not really saying more wide receivers to add him, but like a Nolan Smith should have been picked right here. Yeah, I mean, Nolan Smith went to 30 is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. I gave him a C here. The Jets and the Commanders with the surprise pick, or at least to me, the surprise pick to me. Emmanuel Forbes goes to the Commanders at number 16. I give him a B plus here. I give him more of a B plus here because I think Christian Gonzalez is the better cornerback, and that's who they should have gone with. But I mean, they see him as the better player, and that's why I give him a B plus because it's solid. But I think there was better. It wasn't the best player on the board. And the fall for Christian Gonzalez stops here at 17 with the New England Patriots and I give him an A. For you to trade back, what is it? Almost 4 spots, to trade back almost 4 spots and still get the top cornerback who was already falling. I mean, shout out to them, Bill Belichick. Simply amazing for them to get the guy. I give him the A right here. With the 19th pick, the Bucks selected Kalijah Kancey, and I mean, Will Levis kept falling here, and I'm like, now Will Levis is gonna go here, but I mean, I give him a B plus here. You build on the defense. I think a wide receiver could have been good here, especially with Chris Godwin, might wanting out. Mike Williams Mike Williams. Mike Evans getting a little bit older already. But here they build on the defense. I mean, the big thing with Kalijah is that he's compared to Aaron Donald is like almost the same exact size Aaron Donald was coming out of the draft. I mean, he has a quick first step. Man is just a strong freak of nature. But here I give him a B plus. I mean, he has very high potential, and hopefully he does. For them, hopefully he becomes Aaron Donald for them. But here at 21, the Chargers selected Quentin Johnston from TCU, and here I give him a B plus. You get Justin Herbert more weapons, but I think Zay Flowers would have been a better fit for them, being a much smaller receiver, and Quentin Johnston still has some question marks, him being not as fast as he looks because of his injuries that he's had, his ankle injuries I believe he had, and that he kind of, when he catches the ball, he kind of uses his body more than his actual hands. But I mean, I think that's nothing to work on, especially when you have great wide receivers, veterans such as Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. And now with the 22nd pick, Zay Flowers goes to the Baltimore Ravens, and after the Ravens signing Lamar Jackson, congratulations to Lamar Jackson for getting his money. They finally get him a wide receiver, Zay Flowers. They give him an A right here. They get him more help. They do what they do. They do what they need to do and get him more help on the outside, just so he can be able to show off that arm and show us why he was an MVP at some point. And at number 23, probably my favorite pick in the whole entire draft. No, second favorite pick. Jordan Addison going to the Minnesota Vikings. I gave this an A plus because Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson wide receiver duo is going to be nasty. This could be a potential. I don't want to speak it too early, but this could be a potential best wide receiver duo in the NFL. I mean, shout outs to the Vikings, man. That is great for Jordan Addison just to fall to them right there. A plus. And the Giants, I give them a B plus right here. You get Deonte Banks. They jump up over the Cowboys, or they move up one spot just to make sure the Cowboys didn't jump them, or even the Bills jump them. And here, I give them a B plus because they really needed a wide receiver, and they could have jumped to 19, I believe, with the Bucks to get Zay Flowers, to get Jordan Addison here. But I mean, they load up on the defense because they did get torched up by the Philadelphia Eagles in the last playoffs. And at number 25, jumping the Cowboys and falling back more, the Buffalo Bills selected. And here at number 25, jumping the Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills selected Dalton Kincaid. Here they got 2 tight ends with the name Dalton now, but here I give them a B plus. They get another weapon for Josh Allen. I wish it would have been a wide receiver, but I mean, you can pick and choose. Dalton Kincaid is a very good wide receiver, or tight end, but he does kind of have questions about his injuries and him being injured most of the season at Utah. And here at number 26, the Dallas Cowboys selected Mazi Smith. Here I was kind of surprised with the pick. I wasn't, I saw him going more towards the Saints, maybe more towards a day 2 guy, but here he's gonna stuff the middle of the line and let Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence just fly to the sides and the edges. Here, I gave the Cowboys a B plus. I mean, that's my favorite pick in the whole draft, of course, because it's by my Cowboys. And now let's go to 27. Here with the Jaguars who traded back to 27 with the Bills. Or actually, traded back to the Bills at to 27. And they take Anton Harrison. And here, I mean, like I said earlier, you're just going to get guards. You're going to get great offensive linemen to protect your franchise quarterback. Here, I thought it would have been a Brian Branch. That's why I'm going with a B plus here. I think Brian Branch would have made it an A plus, but you're protecting your future quarterback, your franchise quarterback, and that's always very solid to do. And at number 28, the Bengals go with Myles Murphy. I give this a B. They build on the defense. They did lose quite a bit this offseason, but I think, I think a Michael Mayer or even a Brian Branch going here would have been pretty nice. But I think Michael Mayer here would have been really solid as a Hayden Hurst replacement. But here, I gave him a solid B, maybe a B minus for the Bengals. And the Saints here at 29, they speak Brian Brees from Clemson, and I gave him a B here, a B minus, because I mean it seems like Mazi Smith was the one that they wanted to pick, but of course the Cowboys picked him before them, and I mean you work on the defensive line. I mean that was kind of a weak spot for them last year, but they build on it. Hopefully have a solid defense for a division that they definitely should win. And with the reigning defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Felix. Oh man, I'm about to butcher this. Felix and Dookie Zuma here. I give us a B. I mean, you get the homer pick, you work on the defense, and that's all they really need. The offense is, the offense, because you really use work. This could have been a Michael Mayer right here to work behind a Travis Kelce in the future, because Travis Kelce is getting to that time. He is already, I believe, 36 years old, but I mean here you work on the defense. The defense did let up a lot of points in that Super Bowl run, but here, it's pretty much the rich get richer. And now to our next segment, we will be doing a kind of a preview of the NBA playoffs in the second round. We do have 2 games today that might be closing off the series. Pretty much the whole East is done, ready for the second round matchups, and then of course the Suns versus the Nuggets is ready. But the last 2 matchups is the Lakers versus the Grizzlies and the Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. And that's what we have tonight, the Golden State Warriors versus the Kings. And I have the Kings forcing a Game 7. Man, and I really hope the Kings pull it off. But it looks like the Warriors are the more experienced team and can pull this out. But I'm still riding with the Kings, like I said earlier in my last videos. I'm riding with the Kings in 7 right here. And the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. I think the Lakers get it done here in LA. I'm hoping it goes to 7 and the Grizzlies get it done. But I mean, you don't really see much off games from LeBron, and I mean the role players really need to step up. You need to have a Rory Hachimura game. You need to have an Austin Reeves game. But I'm hoping for 7. I'm hoping for a Grizzlies in 7 situation, just so we can see a Kings versus Grizzlies matchup, which I think would be amazing. But here, I think I'll say Lakers get it done in 6 tonight. Round 2 matchups, we have the Suns versus the Nuggets. I have the Nuggets at 5. I think the Nuggets are the much deeper team here. And, I mean, you can't really rely on Devin Booker and Kevin Durant playing 45 minutes, over 40 more minutes every single game against this Nuggets team who just has pure depth. And that's why I have the Nuggets winning in 5. And then the Heat versus the New York Knicks. The Miami Heat upset the 1-seeded Bucks. Man, and much I want to go with the Heat. They did struggle this season for a reason, and the Knicks were a top team in this league for a reason. I mean, Jimmy Butler has been on a hot streak, but everybody else has to show up, and that's what the Knicks have. The Knicks have a bench depth where everybody else can show up, especially a Josh Hart. Emmanuel Quickly didn't even play that well, but I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up. And Obi Toppin's been showing flashes. R.J. Blair has been showing flashes. And here, I think Jalen Brunson needs to be solid, and hopefully Julius Randle could be as healthy as he can with the ankle injury. But here I have the Knicks in. I'm going to go with the Knicks in 6. The Knicks winning this in 6, and of course they have home court advantage. So of course I would want this to go to 7, so it could be Game 7 in the Garden. But I think the Knicks get it done in 6. And the last matchup in the East that is ready, we have the Boston Celtics versus the 76ers. Oh, man, I really wanted to go 76ers here, but I think the Boston Celtics are a way better team. And yes, they did struggle with the Atlanta Hawks, but I don't think they will have those problems with the 76ers that they have been beating on these past few years. For Joel Embiid's sake, I really hope they kind of do pull this off. But I think the 76ers really have no answer for Jason Tatum, who hasn't been playing that well, but still, or Jaylen Brown. And that's why I have the Celtics winning in 6 here. And I want you to comment down below. Well, let me know your grades for the NFL draft. Comment down below what your predictions are for the second round of the NBA playoffs. And make sure you like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time with more content soon.